Hello? Anybody catching the replay? I'm going to wait just a few minutes and see if people pop on. I am breaking down Olaplex's entire line today, numbers 1 through 7. I got on a few days ago and was doing a Olaplex number 3 treatment in my hair, and somebody asked me if they were able to use number 3 as a leave-in, and it sparked the idea that I can break down Olaplex products number 1 through 7 and explain what they all do, because I think there is some confusion sometimes. And Olaplex started out as a brand who just launched 3 products and only 1 retail product. So it used to be, if you had Olaplex at home, there was really only one way to use it, but they've really expanded their line and there's a lot of ways to use it now. So I'm going to break down 1 through 7, which is every product that exists under the Olaplex line. If I haven't shoved it down your throat enough yet, I clearly love Olaplex. For those of you that don't know what Olaplex is, I will break it down in simple terms. I'll try to. If you guys have any questions, just ask me while I'm going. If you're here with me live, if you're watching the replay, drop any questions down below and I will be keeping up with the comment section of this video. So Olaplex is a company, I probably should have done some fact checking before I got on here. I don't know when they first launched. They definitely were not around when I first started doing hair. So I want to say within the last 5 years, 6 years, 4 to 6 years probably. And when they first launched, it was, like I said, just products Olaplex number 1, 2, and 3. And what Olaplex is it's a bond builder. So I know this can all get kind of confusing, especially if you don't do hair, but on a microscopic level, your hair is made up of a bunch of disulfide bonds. And when your hair gets damaged, so split ends, if it's getting damaged by mechanical damage, like heat damage, a flat iron, that will break bonds. If it is chemical damage, like bleaching, getting highlights, it damages your hair, that's broken bonds. Anything that causes your hair to get damaged is broken bonds. And when Olaplex came into the industry, it blew everybody's mind because nothing like it ever existed before. Olaplex has an ingredient that's patented that reconnects disulfide bonds. So it brings bonds back together, which means it literally does strengthen the hair from the inside out. I don't want to say it's a miracle if you haven't had a haircut in 3 years and you have this much dead ends. It's not going to totally repair that, but if you have a lot of chemical damage, maybe over-processed bleach, things like that, I have seen, and it's done it for me. Olaplex literally transformed people's hair. My clients, like I said, me, myself. So if you feel like you're somebody that has damaged hair, or maybe you feel like your hair just stops growing at a certain point, I hear people say that all the time, my hair only gets to my collarbone and then it doesn't grow any longer. That's not true, because you see your roots grow out, clearly your hair is growing, it's growing out of your head, but it's breaking at the ends. So it's our job to strengthen those ends so that as your hair is growing out of your scalp, your ends aren't breaking and you can eventually get length. So if you are somebody that's trying to grow your hair out, Olaplex is a huge help with that and a huge support with that. And I'm going to break down numbers 1 through 7. It's kind of interesting how they do it. They have very simple, clean packaging, if you've ever seen it. Almost looks like a medicine bottle. All of the packaging looks like this, and they don't have names. Well, I guess they kind of do have names, but they're all numbered 1 through 7. So there's Olaplex number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just going to go each one and explain what they are. So here's needing to order more. Which one do you recommend? Well, I'm going to break it all down, Shelly, and then you can know which one you're kind of in need of. Okay, so this is number 1. I am just going to look at the ingredients real quick. So you can see literally the only ingredients in number 1 is water. I don't know how to say this. Bis-ammoniopropyl diglycol dimolente. I don't know. Sodium benzoate and another. So there's 4 ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ingredients, but it's that second ingredient, the bis-ammonial diglycol dimolente. I don't know. That's the ingredient that's patented, and that's what actually strengthens your hair. So you will find that in all of them. It's usually the second or third ingredient, because this is the most potent, number 1, and then as each one goes on, it's less and less of that ingredient. They all contain it, so it is beneficial for all, but number 3, the leave-in treatment, is stronger than like number 7, the oil. So I'll kind of explain as I go through. So this is the most potent out of all of them. This is Olaplex number 1. this is for professionals only. Consumers cannot purchase this. You have to have a license to purchase this, and you would have really no use for it. When I color people's hair, hi Chad. When I color people's hair, I use 1/16 of an ounce of Olaplex #1. So that's that line right there. So this lasts me a long time, but this stuff is also expensive. Like, this is liquid gold. So there's no need for you to have this at home, but I will explain what it is and how I use it in the salon. So you can either get it added in, well, if I do lightening, if I'm bleaching anybody's hair, if I mix a bowl of lightener, Olaplex is already worked into the price. I don't leave that as an option because I believe in it so much that I don't like putting lightener on people's hair without it. So when I configured my prices, I've worked it in with it, and it's not an option. So if you've ever had me lighten your hair or bleach your hair, highlight your hair, blonde in any way, Olaplexes are always mixed in there. You put 1/16 of an ounce mixed in with your lightener. I do charge it as an optional add-on for color. So when you're depositing color to hair, it's nowhere near as damaging as lifting color out of hair. So it's not automatically worked into the price. That's an optional add-on for color. So you can choose to get that added into your color for $15, or you can do a standalone treatment, which is $30. And that is a whole 1/2 ounce of Olaplex mixed with 3 ounces of water. And how I do that is I take my little like squirter applicator bottle, put 1/2 ounce of Olaplex, 3 ounces of water, shake that up. I apply that to your hair with a bowl. I let that sit 10 minutes, put on #2, let that sit 10 minutes, and then shampoo and condition it out. So this is for professionals only. This is super duper duper potent. A little bit of this goes a long way. There's no way to use too much. You would never like damage your hair by using too much. You would just waste it. And like I said, it's expensive. So that's why we added on as a price, but it is really, really good. Next is #2. So this is also for professional only. I also keep this in the back bar. So like when you guys come into my studio, you know, we go around, you know, the corner and I wash your hair in the back. This is at the back by the shampoo bowls. Since I am a professional, I also keep one of these in my shower, but these are like the second most potent. So this is more potent than #3, what you take home, but this and #3 are very, very similar. You're not supposed to ever use #1 without using #2. They kind of go hand in hand. It still is that second ingredient. I'm not even going to try to say it again. Is like the second most potent. So it's water and then that ingredient. And like I said, that is the patented ingredient. That is the bond builder that strengthens your hair. So this is used back at the shampoo bowl. So you can do with this a mini Olaplex treatment, which is also $15 to add on. And this is where you just do #2, not #1 at the bowl. So say you're getting a haircut and you don't want to take the extra time to sit 20 minutes and you'd rather just sit 10, you can get #2 mixed in into your wet hair before you shampoo. Let that sit 10 minutes, shampoo and conditioner it out, and it's just a really good strengthening treatment, conditioning treatment, and it just makes your hair a lot smoother, softer, stronger, shinier, all those things. So #2 is also professional only. You guys can't, unfortunately, have your hands on this, but #3, now we're getting into the retail side of Olaplex. So like I said, when Olaplex was first made, only 1, 2, and 3 existed. So it was like the 2 stylist products and then the 1 take-home. So this is the most potent out of all of the take-home products. This is the strongest. If somebody's going to get just 1 Olaplex product, like if their hair is damaged and they want the benefits of that, not just the styling benefits of it, but like they're really wanting to like baby their hair and start to strengthen it back up, this is what you would want to get. This is what I came on live and used the other day. So if you guys haven't watched my Olaplex treatment, so basically you take this home, you would want to use it a minimum of 10 minutes. So I say keep this in your shower. At minimum, get in the shower, wet your hair, coat it in Olaplex #3. If it's super long like mine, you can kind of twist it up. Wash your body, shave your legs, do whatever you need to do in the shower, but leave it on a minimum of 10 minutes. But I like to tell my clients, since it is a small bottle, I like to get the most out of this. So I like to do what I did in my other video where I'll wet my hair and either put it in and then braid my hair and leave it in for an entire day. Or if I'm going to take a bubble bath, I'll put Olaplex in my hair and put a face mask on. So anytime you're doing like at home self-care spa things, put this in, but you do want to shampoo this out. This is what sparked the idea of this video, is somebody asked me, can I use this as leave-in? and that would be number 6, and we're going to get to that. But this would make your hair look greasy and grimy and gross if you just tried to style it with it left in. This is not a conditioner. This is to be put in before your shampoo, and then you want to completely wash and condition it out. Hopefully that makes sense. If anybody has any questions as I'm going, just leave them in the comments. Then we move on to number 4. Number 4 is shampoo. Number 5 is conditioner. Oh, I did want to say real quick too. I did just see on Olaplex's Instagram tomorrow, April 3rd, they are doing a limited time only where they're selling this number 3. I believe it's probably this size bottle. That's what it looked like. It didn't look like it was this size, but it's for a limited time only, and I think it's because like everyone's on quarantine and stylists are selling the crap out of this right now. There's a big bottle of number 3. So if you're almost out of number 3, or even if you just want it because it is limited, that's what it says. I don't know if it will stay around, but they say it's limited time only, and it's a big bottle of number 3. I don't know what the cost is, but I will post a link to that tomorrow as well, or that link that's in my video. If you guys are watching the replay and it's now Friday, you can buy that big number 3 online with that link. And I do get a small kickback from that link, so I appreciate it very much if you use that rather than just going to your web browser and typing in Olaplex.com. Okay, number 4, that's what I was getting at. So this is shampoo. You use this like any regular shampoo. It's good for all hair. It is very thick and concentrated and potent. So I tell people with this, you need like the teeniest, tiniest drop of this, which means it lasts forever. I mean, the smallest drop you can squeeze out of this, like a dime, I'd say. And then you want to like lather the crap out of this in your hand because it's so thick that it doesn't, like, you really need to emulsify it before you start rubbing it through your hair or you're going to waste it. So it's so concentrated. You want to really rub it together in your hands. It almost builds up like shaving cream. I mean, not quite, but it like lather it in your hands until your hands are like white and like bubbly. Because if you go in with it just like thick and syrupy, it's going to be hard to lather and spread all throughout, and you're going to end up needing to use more and more. When it's already so concentrated, you can stretch a little bit a long way. So sometimes I'll even put a little bit in my hand, lather it up, and if it's not really lathering, I'll kind of like run my hands under the shower stream to like add a little bit more water to it, lather it up, and then once it's like fully emulsified in your hand, you know, start working all throughout and get it well distributed on your scalp. That's what I always like to tell people for the Olaplex shampoo, because it is so crazy concentrated, and I sometimes have people with fine hair before I would really explain it like that, and they would say it's a little bit too heavy for my hair, like I didn't love it, and I'm like, you were probably using too much. So this bottle can last me like 6 months, and I have a ton of hair. So if you have less hair than me, this bottle can last you a really, really, really long time. Every single Olaplex retail product is $28, if that makes it easier for you guys to remember. I kind of like the way they stick to their consistent packaging. They stick to consistent pricing as well. Okay, number 5 is conditioner. This is also super duper duper concentrated and super duper duper thick. It doesn't lather obviously like shampoo, but same thing. A little goes a long way. Mix it into your hands first and then start at your ends and start distributing it. I also tell people truthfully, and I know this isn't good because then you're not going to buy as much, but I'm going to be honest and give you the secrets that I know. Once my bottle gets down to like here, I fill it the rest of the way up with water. I shake it like vigorously, and it just like literally the water disappears because this is so concentrated. It just like turns into a conditioner again. And then when it gets like halfway down, I do it again. And then probably after that, then it's like the consistency of a normal, like, you know, cheap conditioner, because those are mostly water. They're not as concentrated as these. So that's a little tip. I also do store this upside down in my shower because these bottles aren't super like flexible, squeezable. And the product is really, really, really thick. So once you get to like here, it is hard to squeeze out. So I do store it upside down, and that makes it easier to get it out. But if you feel like this is really thick, use like an inch or two of it and then mix it with water, shake it up, and you literally won't even be able to tell there's water in there because this is so thick and so concentrated that it just turns into like a regular conditioner. And then it's easier to spread as well. So if you do have fine or oily hair, be careful with this. Only use a tiny little bit. Concentrate it on your ends. Do not ever put it on your roots or you will be greasy. It would be too heavy for you. But if you use it properly, it's not too heavy even for like my fine haired girls. It still works. You just don't want to like glob it on your scalp. Okay. Number 6, this is what I was talking about when somebody asked me about number 3 is a leave-in. Number 6 is a leave-in. That's what it's intended to do. This one is open. My shampoo and conditioner weren't open. Oh, no, it's not. I just thought it was low. I think I have one that's open. Yeah, I do. I'm going to show you guys the difference in consistency. So number 6 is, let me make sure I have something to wipe my hands on. So number 6 is thicker than number 3, and this has different ingredients where it won't leave your hair greasy at all. So 6 is like a thick, oh my god, this one's not open either. What a waste of time, sorry. I'm not going to open these because these are retail products and I don't need them open right now because I have some upstairs. So number 3 is pretty thin. It's easy to spread. 6 is not meant to be coated all over your entire hair the same way 3 is. So 6 is a leave-in treatment. So after I get out of the shower, I brush through my hair, and then I do like to cocktail 6 and 7, but we'll just talk about 6 for right now. You put a little bit in your hands, kind of, you don't want to just go in with a glob because it is pretty thick, and you just rake it through your ends, and it's a good leave-in. It helps detangle. It helps when you blow dry for your hair not to be as frizzy, and then it obviously also has the Olaplex benefits of strengthening your hair. So same thing. When you're using all of these products together, if you really are someone trying to like revive dead, damaged hair and grow it long and strong, you want to be using all of these together. So I like number 6. People with really baby fine hair, you only need a teeny tiny bit of this or it would be too much, and you don't want to put it anywhere higher than like your ear. So just focus it on your ends, but like people like me who have coarse, crazy, frizzy hair, I can use a good amount of this and it's not too much. So it's just a smoothing, leave-in kind of deal. And then number 7 is their last product, and these have come out in order. So this is their newest product, and this is a bonding oil. So if you've ever used a serum of any kind, it does that. So it says it reduces frizz and flyaways, extends color, and renews vibrancy. Heat protection up to 450 degrees. This is also a heat protectant. So I do, like I said, like to cocktail these together. So I'll put a little bit of number 6, a few drops of number 7, mix them together and work them through the ends. It shortens drying time, it softens and detangles, it provides UV protection, no residue, color safe, vegan, and alcohol free. So this is an oil, a serum, it's a heat protectant if you need some more slip in your hair, some more shine in your hair. It's just like a good smoothing oil. So that boosts shine, strengthens, and repairs all hair types. So that's how I would explain Olaplex 1 through 7. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will be sure to get back to everybody. And there is a link to purchase all of these products 1 through 7 in the caption of this video. I hope I explained everything well and you kind of understand more now. I know all these bottles look the same, but every product is very different and serves its own purpose. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.